Let's do an update of what journals I am currently using for September and October, shall we? Hello everybody, it's Edwina from My Craft Orchard. How are you? So 1 book July has come and gone and we're now at the end of August. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a preview of what journals I'm now using sort of as autumn starts. There will be slight changes come to Christmas, but I'll cover them probably in November. So let's start with let me just move these aside. Let's start with this one first of all. So this is my Bible, my catch-all, the one thing that doesn't change throughout the year. And this is a calendar booklet. It is 18 months, so I actually started it in June. I put a June calendar in the front, but it is actually runs from July. And if I just give you a peek, it's got a month and then it's got 2 pages straight after it. So what I do is I write in everything that's going to happen during the month, which I have there for July, so all the events and all of those sort of things, and then on those 2 pages I then write all the other things. So for instance, there was going to be an eco event in July, so I had to plan for that. So I wrote plan eco event, plan Harry's birthday party, plan for a junk journal workshop, which I didn't do, but that's the sort of things that I would put on there. And then the next month is what's going on, and then the 2 pages after are, you know, notes about, for instance, September we've got the Tour of Britain happening, which I love cycling, so you know, sporting events that I want to watch or go to, things like back to school, birthdays. I'll even put in there, you know, teacher presents, because I always knit the scarves for the teachers for Christmas, so it takes a while to craft these things, so I've put a note in to start that. So that's sort of like my yearly planning and that sort of thing. And there's even a section that I've put right at the back. I put a load of post-it notes for the rest of 2024. The next booklet, which is this yellow, I really need to cover this. It's a bit yuck. It's bright, but it's not nice, if that makes sense. It's not pretty. This is a project book, so I've set it up similar to a bullet journal. There's loads of like little bits of paper and stuff that need processing in the front. I've got an index, and then I've got the project sort of 2-page spread per project that I've been working on, you know, one for home, one for personal, plus plenty of other writing paper to make notes and things. There's just somewhere to store all of those sort of project plans and that sort of thing. And all I've done is I've got one of these like plastic folders that you put over an A5 journal. They're in one in each side, and that's working really, really well. So that's the first thing I'm using. The second one, now this is something I got from Plannerfest, which is the journal that I forgot when I did the haul video. Isn't this amazing? Absolutely amazing. It's a leather journal, which has obviously been painted in all sorts of lovely colours. Traveller's notebook, so it's got the elastics in there. And this is actually my writing, I've put my writing bullet journal in there, and a book for notes and all of those sort of things. And I had this from Casey Style. I will link it down below. They also do washi tape, leather notebook specialists. I think they're Chinese or Japanese, but that's on there. I'll link all that below, but this is amazing leather. But that's sort of got my writing one in, so I'm going to be using that particularly as October is Preptober, and then come November we're into NaNoWriMo. So I'm going to sort of start be thinking about what projects and what plans I want to do for that. I then have this one, which has got the mushrooms on, and I'm liking this. And as you can see, this one's an A5, so it is slightly bigger than A5. And I'm just going to pop to the back. So there's plenty of notepaper in the back. And here we go. It's a Sunday start, so what I've actually done at the beginning of this, I've redated this for a Monday start. And this is fringe. Yeah, you know me, I like my fringe, out of Home Sense. It was £4 out of Home Sense, and this one's the blue mushroom. Again, with Home Sense, it's all a case of go in, see what they've got, and if you like something, get it there and then, because they probably won't have it again. So lots of notepaper in the back, and then all of the months in the front running, and it's an academic one again, so that's running from up to December 24, so I think it was July. The reason I'm not showing you what's going on here, because this is my content planner. That's September. I don't want to give you any spoilers. August, so it went from August to December. And so what I do with this is very simply, I've got my month, I have a look at when I want to post videos and a rough idea of what, and I pencil it all in. It's very messy, it's very scribbly. In fact, July was absolutely horrendous. Oh, September. Yeah, August was absolutely horrendous. There's crossings out, there's arrows all over the place. Because I've been moving stuff around, so I write all that in, and then this paper at the back, I've got plans, ideas, I can script out a video if I want to, and all of those sort of things. This for me, I've tried, for my content planner, I've tried using a happy planner, just a normal A5 notebook, all of those sort of things. And it wasn't, I watched the Hooting Pirate. She does a lot of planning videos, and she said she uses a Listrum, hopefully I've said that right, and they've got months at the front and then all the notepaper at the back, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll try something similar to that. This obviously was a lot cheaper than a Lustrum, and it works perfectly. I absolutely love it. It's sometimes I feel with content planning, and I have a lot of ideas and lots of things I want to show, and all of those sort of things, it gets too much, and you need just something really simple to manage it all. So that's my content planner. I'm coming back to this orange one in a moment. What I'm also using is this one, which was out of the Works, and this is 2023 again, leaves. You know me, I like leaves and plants and all that sort of thing. I've actually stuck that one off under the Rowan Tree subscription monthly box in the front, because it was all very pretty really. And then we have a yearly plan, which I've actually written out as a Codex. If you've seen my One Book July video on Codex, then you'll know what this is all about. But I've put all the boxes in there with the numbers, and then I've turned over, and this was like a timetable page, and so I've turned that into the key for what's going on here. And then I've got a load of goals, so all of them are on post-it notes. So I've got my 4 quarters of goals, a spare page with notables, and then we're into daily pages. So they are very simply date at the top, and then the page and the date at the bottom, and then Saturday and Sunday are on 2 pages. And what I'm using this, I've been playing with this quite a lot. This obviously is a daily planner, it's a daily thing, and I've tried writing out, for instance here, I tried writing out the times for the day and writing everything and priorities and all of those sort of things. That didn't work. That daily time thing wasn't working, because I do the same thing day after day after day. At 7 o'clock I do breakfast, 6 o'clock I get up, 9 o'clock I'm at work apart from weekends, and you know, 5 o'clock we have to, it's the same day in day out. And so this got a bit bit boring and a bit laborious really. So I gave it a bit of a think about, and I think what I've come up with, having a play the last couple of days, is more of a bullet journal type list. So this is what I got to yesterday. Again, I was having a play with splitting it into the 4 sort of areas. This is how I've decided I'm going to do it, and this is only a pencil, and I only decided this last night in all fairness. So put the time and what it is I'm going to do, because the one thing I found about this time here was I put morning as if to do, you know, breakfast and that, and then start work, but I didn't know what work I was doing. I know I'm supposed to be at work, but what work am I actually doing when I get to work? You know, there was no clear indication, even with a task list here, that that was a work list and I should be doing that here. Does that sound right? But that's how I was feeling. There was no clear indication of where that task fit in during my day. So I found that having a play, that this is a good way. So you put the time on what it is you're going to do. So for instance, at 9:30 today, I was going to do my filming, have a look at my Omni journal this morning. Then we're off for lunch with my sister, and then depending on how long that shopping and lunch is going to take, then come home about 5:30, have tea, and what I'm going to eat for tea. It might be wrong. I mean, I put toasted sandwiches there because we're going out for McDonald's or something like that. We might not have toasted sandwiches, but the whole intention of writing something down is to say, well, you need to have an idea of what we're going to eat. You know, it might be we get to there, we don't fancy that, and we just, you know, just want toast or soup. Do you know what I mean? So I can easily, everything is easily changed. For instance, 9:30 I was supposed to be filming. Well, it's actually later than that in the day, and this morning I didn't get up till 7 because I had a lie-in, and I haven't looked at my Omni journal. Instead I was playing Lego on the PS4 with my son, you know. So plans change, but the whole intent of writing this down the day before and saying this is what I'd like to get done, I think is really, really going to work. And then I've done the same for tomorrow. So that's how I'm using that one. So that's the sort of functional planning, the daily planning, the tasks that need to be done sort of all of the time. I've also got my my writing, I've got my content, and then I've also got my monthly planning in here. So this is beautiful, as you can see. I had this out of Wilkinson's. It was part of a bug range, and I've never really sort of gone for, like, you know, these journals with the leather strap on, but I actually really like this. So this is like a felt cover, and it's a lined journal. It's not brilliant paper, but for what I want it for, it's going to be good. It still feels nice. It's still going to be great. So the first thing I did, because you've got this lovely blue cover, and there is a pocket at the back. The first thing I did, front and back, is, you know, when you open a journal like that, you always have that page that sort of sticks out funny because it's glued here when they put the book together. Well, the first thing I've done is I've glued that one down, and I've also glued that one down. Now, I've never done that before, but I tell you what, it makes me a lot happier than having to fight with that page and wonder what to do with it. It's as simple as that. So the blue continues onto the orange cover. Now you can probably see a theme here, because this is going to be last couple of weeks in August, September and October. I think I worked out there was something like 160 pages in here, which will last me 2 months. A couple of years ago, I only used to spend 2 months in a particular notebook or a journal, because I like swapping, I like setting up journals, I like using different things, and obviously I've got a lot of stuff because I'm a bit of an addict. So I sort of decided that that's what I want to do. Now, the one thing that One Book July made me realise is I missed my bullet journal, and I missed the putting washi tape in and getting my watercolours out and setting up spreads. And the reason I stopped setting up spreads was because of the time factor, because it does take a long time to set spreads up and things like that. So I wasn't planning, I wasn't journaling because of the time it took, which is where the monthly and the daily comes into, because that's my functional planning. It means every single day I know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, which means I can be more free to play in here. Now I'm going to set this up the same. I'm going to have my month, and I'm going to have my week, and my days, and all of those sort of things in here. But if I haven't set them up at the beginning of the week and it's Tuesday before I set it up, it doesn't matter, because I'm still organised and I'm still got my plans in place. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so then I went onto YouTube and I had a look for Omni journals. Now what an Omni journal is, it means one journal where everything goes, which in essence is a bullet journal if you think about it. So I'm going to be setting this up for that. So we're going to start with it. There's literally bits of scribbles in pencil of what I want to put in where, just as an idea and those sort of things. But it is a lined journal. So let me show you, there's a couple of things I'm going to go and do. So I found this in my stash, which is a File of Facts vertical year. And I've worked out, because we've got September and October, that will fit, I'll need to trim it down a little bit, will fit perfectly into there, because I don't need the other side, because that whole part of that year is gone. So I can stick that in, no problem. And boom, there's my yearly, there's, you know, the next 4 months. I don't have to draw it out, I can just stick it in. So that was my first thought. The other thing that I've been playing with is this, which is from Ups a Daisy. It's an A5 journal grid. It was designed for a dot grid, but if you actually play with it, if you bought one of these and you play one with it, you'll find that where the holes are to draw out your spreads, your columns and your boxes and all that, with a little bit of jigging you can actually line them up with the lines on a lined journal. And I've been playing with this the last month since I had this, and so this is what I'm going to be using. I don't think it was designed for this, like I say, it was designed for a dot grid, but it's one of these tools that can be used for everything really. And so I'm going to be using that, and I was having a play in another notebook of putting 3 lines in for my week and all of those sort of things. So that's one thing I'm also going to be using. So that's the journals. What about the decoration? Oh, I love this. Also, what I was thinking of doing is, let me just take that. Because of the way that this folds over like that, I was thinking I might make a felt leaf or an acorn or something. And because this is, it's like thick felt, I could actually sew it on or onto it, so I could actually sew through the cover and put some sort of decoration on there. So that would be quite nice. Quite looking forward to doing that. So the other thing is I've had some stationery come, and I've also found out all of my sort of autumny colours, and I'm going to be using these from Under the Rowan Tree. I've done a video on the unboxing of this and their quarterly travel journal, so I'm going to be using these in that Omni journal, so I'm definitely going to be using those. I'm going to crinkle, I do apologise. So I did a tempo order, and I had these from there, and these are lovely. They're really sort of greeny, autumny, forestry type journaling papers, and they're quite thin. So I was thinking I might cut some of these out and stick them in, and they've got this sort of browny, autumny type colours going on. For September is what I was thinking. I've also got this journaling design pad, which was again out of the range, and this has got all sorts of stickers, and I don't know whether they're stickers or whether they're sort of punch outs, so like punch out card that you stick in, but it's all double-sided. So for instance here I've got there's February and March and all of the months, and then on the other side you've got the same, so you could use it whichever way. You could have it on with the gold, or you could have it with the green, and then these boxes are different colours, and then this one has got sort of just an outline, and then there's like a writing, so you have to choose which side you're going to use. That one's smooth, that one's rough, so you have to choose which side you're going to use. But I think there's 2 pages of each design, so if you really want a design, then for instance I know there's 2 of that page, look, so there's 2 of that page, and on the back of that one you've got leaves, and you've got leaves, so you could use that on one and then that, because you've got 2 of the same on a different one. So I'm going to be using that sort of the greeny browny type as well for September. I've then got this, and I'm going to open it just off camera because my address is actually on this other side. So I have this from Gretel Creates. I've got a nice card with my name on, saying thank you in Welsh as well. And we've got lots of lovely vellum sort of tissue paper, and a nice card again to say thank you. Now this is a Japanese ruler that I ordered off them. I've put it into my journaling pouch, but I've left the packet in there to remind me to tell you about that. I ordered pumpkin washi. Autumn's coming, can't help myself. I love oranges, I love pumpkins, the lot. So I ordered that off them. Okay, and then I also ordered these. Oh, what are they really? I suppose they're like things that you stick in. So there's a blue one, and there's these orangey ones. I'll probably use these greeny orangey ones of different sizes if you look, and they're like paper that you just sort of stick in to make your journaling a bit better. So I ordered them as well. So those will definitely go into the list of things. Now, because I did an order over a certain amount, I got a free washi, and then I also got some free stickers. Now I know these are Christmas, but Christmas is coming, and I always do like a bit of a Christmas sticker. And these are crystals or rocks, and I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah, that's just the invoice at the bottom. So I had that from Gretel Create. So I did a Tempu order as well, and I had that out of Gretel Creates, and I've also been to obviously Home Sense. So the other thing I've dug out, just as a start to October, is this one is a Carpe Diem monthly pad, and obviously I didn't use half of the pictures on there. I did use I don't know whether this is October or September, this one, but again these are, you know, pumpkin pie and the trees, so I could use some of those for September. I can definitely use the orangey ones for October. I got my stencil out. I'm hoping you can see this. Okay, so I've got a pumpkin, I've got a a latte, a couple more pumpkins, a smaller latte, and pots, hearts. So these are, you know, your pumpkin latte stencil. And I think I had that from, yes I did, I had that from Upsy Daisy as well. I'll link that down below. But that is my autumn stencil. So I pulled that out as well. And then I have this sticker book out of Hobbycraft, which is all sorts of sort of Halloweeny, spooky, fun stuff, ready for October. I have also got a load of Disney Nightmare Before Christmas type pumpkins and scarecrows and all of those sort of things, also set aside, ready for these 2 months. Now this pack that I've just undone, I haven't actually really looked at these. I had this off the D-stash table at Plannerfest. And the reason I didn't look at them is because, as you can see already, they're autumny colours, they're fall sort of type of things. Now, according to this, they're from Rebel Ink, who's on Etsy, and this is the Fall Farmhouse Cluster, or dates. So that's a dates and bullets. That's a date cover, so you've got your days. Oh, they're really nice. Oh, look at that one. That one's a farmhouse deco, so you've got your pumpkins, your latte, that sort of thing. You've got boots and squirrels, and then boxes, which is lovely. And then you've got scraps, circles and squares, which is great. There's an October freebie there as well. So I'm not sure if this was a subscription box, but like I say, I had this off the D-stash table. There, it's a big sticker. I like that. That is going to be perfect for my October cover page. And then we've got the same stickers, but that's a bigger version. We've got to-dos, next week's currently watching, more boxes and circles. We've got some washi, some like washi bits, journaling kit 1 and journaling kit 2. So I don't know if she's doing these this year or not. I will have a look, and I will link Rebel Link down below, so you've got all of the details. But these I think will be perfect for October and September, so September and October, because you've got these fally bits. So I've got these browns and things, the boxes and that, and then you've got the pumpkins and the boots and that sort of thing, which will be perfect then to go into October. Oh, I do like those. I don't think I've ever had any Rebel Ink stuff before. I think maybe she might have to go on my list of people that I'm going to use, I think. I do know that there are some other... everybody now seems to have their fall sticker collections out and all of those sort of things. I know Persephone's boutique has got her witchy type stickers out. Wisteria has got a load of sort of witchy type fall type stickers as well. I'll link all of everything down below of the people that I know have got these things that I've had a look at. I do know that Under Their Own Trees next quarter box is all about, you know, pumpkins and these orangey brown type things. So if this is the sort of colour scheme you like, that might be worth checking out as well. I am a big orange red fan. I mean, this is Santoro Gorgeous range, and this is my glass case. I mean, this is my colours, the oranges, the reds, the blues, the browns, and I carry this around with me all the time. So as you can see, this time of year, all of these oranges I am obsessed. If you have any questions, if you'd like to see anything else, then please comment down below. Let me know, what are you using for September and October? Do you love autumn as much as I do? Do you like these oranges and these browns and this whole sort of yummy warm feeling you get with this colour scheme? Comment down below, let me know. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook as well, so if you want to come and follow me over there and see other things that's going on, then please do so. If you're new, please subscribe and like this video. It does help with my channel. Any ideas you want me to follow up on, then please comment down below, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.